Hello, my name is Irina Mamai. I am a student of the Kuban State University, and today we will talk about a few mistakes that parents make in children upbringing. The family is a special type of collective. It plays a fundamental and important role in the raising of the child's personality. Family education is a complex system. It should be based on fundamental principles and have a fundamental content aimed at the development of all aspects of the child's personality. One of my favorite rules of education says, prepare your child for the road, but do not take away from him the opportunity to walk this road independently. And now I will tell you about 9 mistakes that parents make in children's upbringing. Mistake number 1. You worship your children. Most of us try to be perfect parents. Our children live in much better conditions than we used to live at their age. We satisfy all the whims of our child. He wants a new toy? You're welcome. The problem, however, is that children begin to think that the world revolves around them, and the next time your child does not get the desired thing, he will be very upset, much more than the neighbor's boy who is not pampered this much. We must not worship our children, we must love them. For us, they are the center of the universe, but they themselves do not have to think so, otherwise they will become selfish. This is normal not to get what you want here and now. Mistake number 2. You think that your children are perfect. Professionals working with children often say that many parents today are not ready to accept negative feedback about their offspring. Once someone criticizes their kids, there immediately appears a wave of rejection or even aggression on the part of parents. Sometimes we need to intervene as quickly as possible so that the situation does not get out of control. If school teachers tell you that your child misbehaves and offends classmates, conclusions should be drawn in relation to the child rather than the teacher. Mistake number 3. Your whole life is your children. We are proud of our children. When they do something important, we are happier than if it were our own success. But everything should have its measure. You must have your own life and your own success. Your children need the right example to follow. Become an example. If you want your child to live a full life, live it yourself. Mistake number 4. You make all the decisions for your child. Of course, we all want to save our child from getting involved into some nasty history. Of course, we want him to sing praises to us. We want him to respect us for our desire to give him a better life. The problem is that such a child does not know how to think independently. So the kid falls into one of two extremes. Either he cannot take even the most trifling decision without your participation, or begins to forget that it's not normal to be allowed to do anything. Do not decide for your child what he should become. This is not the needed manifestation of your love. Mistake number 5. Competitive education. Every parent wants his child to be better than others, study better, show the best athletic performance. Many are addicted to this so much that their child begins to consider all life as one endless competition. But our life is not only sweet and struggle. Life is also the ability to realize the joy of the fleeting moment. It's better to try to instill in children the idea that winning at all costs is not the only thing that matters. A personality depends on one's character rather than on victories. Mistake number 6. You are depriving the child of childhood. Then happier your child's childhood is, then happier person he will turn into in adulthood. It's imperative, proven by scientists. The surest way to deprive a child of childhood is to overload the kid with school lessons, lessons in music school, studying a foreign language, sports, and so on. Besides, we want our children to help us do housework. At the same time, you should not forget that everyone should have the right to childhood. Mistake number 7. You want to have a right and not real child. We are beginning to make plans for our children at the time when they are still in our womb. We dream that they will grow and achieve more than we have achieved. But the irony is that you cannot get that ideal child you have been dreaming about. You get the only possible person that only you could give birth to. Do not try to change what you do not like. Do not force the kid to become who is supposed to be in your dreams. Let him become what he wants to become. Mistake number 8. You forget that actions speak louder than words. We all want to seem perfect to our children. We all know that in order for the child to become clever and kind, we must set an example for him. But most of us forget that moral instructions are effective only in case you follow them. So next time you scold your child for being disrespectful to peers, ask yourself if the child has not spied a negative example in your behavior. Mistake number 9. Underestimating character. Each child has his own character and an internal moral compass. These things mean a lot more than your attempts to turn your child into a perfect personality. Do not try to teach the templates written in the books to him. Each kid needs a special approach. The main things to be concerned about is their character. The only possibility to give the child your temper is to give him more freedom. Do not hide your child from the real world. May your love not become a prison for him. So, what we must remember is that all children require a more balanced and consistent approach to parenting, and all have emotional needs that it's our responsibility as parents to perform. That's why it's so important to try to avoid these common pitfalls in order to maximize our child's chances of growing up to be responsible, self-reliant, and happy adult. Thank you for your attention.